Hello, parents. This is Chris Allen, and I am your son or daughter's math teacher, and I wanted to give you an update for this week of January 11th. So the classes that I'm teaching currently are Geometry, Calc AB, and Calc BC. In Geometry, we are studying parallelograms specifically as one of the topics, and if we want to guarantee that this particular quadrilateral is a parallelogram, then we need to make sure that the opposite sides are congruent. And in order for those opposite sides to be congruent, X would need to be 6 and Y would need to be 8. So this is kind of a typical problem that students might see on their homework this week. In Calc AB, we're discussing area, and specifically this process of integration. What does the integral mean? The definite integrals where we're kind of heading. And in class, we did this formula here, which as you can see looks pretty complicated. It's a summation formula with a limit, which actually uses a bunch of rectangles to calculate the area under a curve. And in this case, the function is 2x plus 5 going from 0 to 3. And then we worked on how to simplify this summation, and you'll get the final answer here of 24. The area under the curve 2x plus 5 from 0 to 3 is 24 units. And in Calc BC, we are looking at infinite series. So the big question here is, does a series converge or diverge? And in this particular example, this summation, this series, so we're repeatedly adding things and adding them together, turns out to be what we call a telescoping series. And it turns out like the negative 1/2 and the positive 1/2 cancel, the negative 1/3 and the positive 1/3 cancels, and so on. And so the sum of this series is actually the number 1. So this is going to seem kind of like a rehashing of what we did last week, but I have several new students, and I've noticed a few of them are struggling a little bit with where to find things. So the first thing I would like to say is, again, Canvas, Canvas, Canvas. I try to post all the pertinent information on Canvas, my videos, the homework, how to access the textbook online, how to access the homework online. All those things are on Canvas. So a lot of times I get students asking me questions about where can I find this or where's that? Well, it's on Canvas. Also, I'm trying to implement a flipped approach to maximize the amount of time that I have with students. So I'm asking that you have your son or daughter actually watch my pre-recorded video before they come to class, and then we work on the math and the video more. I reteach it, if you will. But if they don't watch that video beforehand, then they're coming in cold, and they're honestly at a disadvantage. And this requires discipline. So hopefully they will learn to do that. Google Meet join codes, that's another thing I have had some issue with. I'm going to move this out of the way so we can see this a little bit better. So like if your son or daughter's in my geometry class, my period 2 geometry class, the join code via Google Meet is Allen Geom P2. And if your son or daughter's in, let's say, my 5th period calculus class, that would be Allen Calc P5. And those codes are written right here. And those are also found on Canvas. One final reminder is homework, which is online right now because of the virtual schooling that we're doing, is always due at Friday at 9 p.m. And then on this last slide here, I'm going to go to is simply just the schedule one more time, which I know you guys have seen this, but just in case you need to see it again, and I will include this schedule on the post. So thank you so much for your time. Have a great week.